Now, this is my setup here, and I'm trying to mitigate the risks that I have. So the first thing I need to do on this is to check my settings. Now, in this settings part, what you observe is there's an account size for you to use and trade. If your futures portfolio has $1,000 and the amount that you can afford to use per trade is your $50, that's what you're imputing here. If it's $100, fine, all well and good. You have to trade 10 times until you hit liquidation on all 10 trades before you can lose your entire funds. But that's not what's going to happen because of what I'm going to teach you today. Now, you've put that for the account size. The next thing you need to do is to go and adjust your risk to what you can actually lose. There's some people that can actually lose 50% of their trade and they are not moved because they know in the next trade they will get their money back. They're just gamblers because losing 50% of a trade is not advisable as a trader. So what do we do here? Me, just the 5% for your risk management, or that's if you're using $100 like me, or you use 10% for your risk management if you are using $50 to trade like me. Now, what happens here? Let's go back to $100. What happens here is you set the amount that you want to lose per trade provided it hits your stop loss. Now we've done that part. If you observe here, we have our target, which is our take profits, and this is the amount and this is the price. For our stop loss, this is the parameters that we need, and here is our stop loss. When it hits this price, I think the market takes us out, and this is our entry point. Now everything you see on this chart here is what you're going to use in your Mexi exchange. I'm going to be using Mexi, and this is what I'm going to use for my trading. Now remember, on our chart we have some parameters that we want to put in, and I'm going to be doing just that. Now, because of the risk management that I've put down there, whichever leverage that I use to trade, I don't think I will be taken out of the market. Why? Is because I have mitigated my risk management to the extent that I am very safe. Now, for us to trade, the first thing you notice on this particular interface is your margin that you're using to trade. Now, the difference between these two margin mode is the isolated trade. A certain amount of margin will be added to the position. If the margin falls below the maintenance level, the liquidation price will take place. Meanwhile, you can choose to add or reduce the margin for the position. And for the cross, the margin will be shared across all positions, and in the event of liquidation, traders might lose all the margin positions settled using this asset. Now, the thing here is your portfolio is safe, but the capital that you use to trade is gone for isolated margin. But for your cross margin, both your capital that you use for that particular trade and your portfolio for the futures trade is gone. So we select isolated here, and next thing to do is to set our leverage. Like I said, you can use 50 and above as long as you're using a risk management setup the way it is been done in our explanation not long ago on a trading view app. Now after that, let's use 50, for example, 50x, and I want to show you something, which is why I said let's just use the 50x, for example. And now we're going to be using the market order. Now for the amount, whatever you're going to put in the amount here is what we see on the trading view screen where it says quantity. Now the quantity there is 0.015 of BTC is what we're going to be using to trade this. Now we're going to set our stop loss and take profit, but let's go with the advanced method. Now the price for our take profit is 111,572.9, and for our stop loss it's 109,648.9. Now if you look at this, our take profit is at a 74% and our stop loss is at a 13.28%. Now this can change with respect to the leverage that we're using. I'm going to show you. Take note of the take profit, the PNL for take profit and the PNL for the stop loss. Take note. And now let's increase this to 150. Confirm. If you look at it again, it has changed. The stop loss and the take profit PNL remains the same, while the PNL rate is now different. We have the first one at 222.65%, and we have the second one at, which is the stop loss, at minus 39.85%. If we do go ahead to increase this again to 350 and confirm, and the advanced, like we did before, that's changed now to 519.51% and 92.9%, and then we hit our stop loss. And if you watch, the PNL is the same for both the take profit and the stop loss. But as a trader, I just prefer seeing lower leverages, and so I'm going to use, let's say, 35x. And yeah, after this, everything is set, and depending on the position you're taking, either long or short, just click on it and you are good to go. Now our order has been filled and we are in our trade. Now that's how you can mitigate your risk management, and also that is how you can avoid getting liquidated, as you can see here on Watcher Guru.